So I just got to work, and today is the big day. I'm looking at our bank account, and it's in there, so it's for sure. It's gonna be a very long day, waiting to go home and make the payment with Jared to be debt-free. And I just can't believe it. Every day for the past 2 years I come in here and I check our bank account and I just stare at our budget spreadsheets and at our debt amount, what we owe, what we've paid, how far we've come. It's crazy how it's been 2 years and now it's over, just like that. But I'm sure that Jared is doing the same thing, just sitting here staring at how much money we have in the bank, because it's like the most ever. Maybe not the most ever, but I think it's the biggest paycheck either of us has ever brought in. And I know that he's really proud of himself, and he should be, because he worked hard. And we're excited to see how 2015 goes. And he's always pushing himself to do better, and I know that he will. See what my sweet friend left me? Candle and socks. I'm really excited. But also I just had a story on the way to work, so I was already crying before I even got here. So yes, I just wanted to record my feelings when I first saw it. It's pretty freaking awesome. But now I gotta get to work.
This is it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, alright.
Hi! Sorry for my breakdown earlier. I was emotional when I was vlogging this morning.
Oh, yeah. I cried too.
Oh, Jared called me right after I turned the camera off, like 2 seconds later, and he was crying like a baby.
It's an emotional day. That's awesome. This is it, guys. This is what we've been striving for. And doing this right here is just like really starting to help me sink all this in, because this whole day we've been anticipating it and waiting and didn't know if we were going to get my bonus or not, get enough for it, and the Lord blessed us with it, and it all came in at once, and here we are. So I called today and called Nelnet and asked them for the balance, and they gave me the official payoff balance, which they didn't seem to be too excited about. This is it, man. I can't believe it. It's a trip. Is there anything you want to say first before we're about to be debt free?
We can make it. We can make the payment and then say how it feels to be debt free.
I mean, this is it. We're about to be debt free. Like, this is just
JoJo's been screaming it. Oh, 50 cents. Did they include that? 4670.70. Not during family time.
Not right now. No, but for real, this is amazing. This is so. You seriously think it can't be done, but man, it can. This is something that you put your mind to it, and things start changing. You start doing things differently. I mean, you start making more money too. You can start thinking outside the box and figuring out ways to make more money, and it happens, and it really does. It's just a snowball
If you just
effect.
do a budget when you've never done one before, then you're gonna find money that you didn't know you had, and you're gonna see where you're blowing it on crap, which some people still do after having a budget. But it's okay. Yeah. Just kidding.
It's just it's hard. I know, and but man, well, this is. It's still not officially hit me yet, but this morning it did when I woke up and I looked at my bank account and I saw that we were going to have enough to cover it, and then I looked at JoJo and that's when it was like...
He cried like a baby.
She's the one, man.
JoJo, come here!
She started
Come here!
And Dave Ramsey too. He's the...
So that's what it's going to be, $46.71.20. But she told you, she must have told you the whole payoff amount for all of it.
Okay.
Are you crying?
JoJo!
So, but if she told you the whole total payment for all of it should be $46.70.70.
$46.70.70, yes.
So,
JoJo! Oh, here she is.
Oh, come here.
Yeah, bring your babies. They can experience this too. Look, look. We're about to be debt free.
Say, we're debt free.
Look, let me see. Can you say it? Will you say we're debt free?
I'm debt free.
We're debt
Debt
free.
free.
Come in here. We want to experience this with you. Come here. So yeah, when I looked at her this morning, and that was when it hit me. Like, dude, we just changed everything for the better for ourselves. I've never grown more through this whole process, professionally, with my job, my being at home. It's awesome. And now I can't wait to see what this will free up, because you know what? We don't have to think about this crap anymore. We can free our minds and think about other things and life and enjoy it. And man, we're just getting started. This is awesome.
I don't know what to say. I have so many things to say.
I'm done.
Okay, this is what we're paying.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes of bedtime music.
So, let's do this, man. Jocelyn, I'm gonna get her in here. Look. You're not gonna pay this off? You're not gonna enjoy this with us? Okay. You can go back in there. Go back in there.
You'll get mad when you're older and you see this.
Yeah, you can be like, man, I should have enjoyed that with them. It's an
You're in a bad
awesome moment.
mood.
Okay. Okay. Everybody's in here? Everybody's in here. Now look. Check it out. Look what we're about to do. We're about to pay off our debt. Say, debt free.
Debt free.
We're going to be debt free in about 3 minutes, okay? And we're never going to get back in debt again. That's one thing. We're never going to get back in debt again. We've made a commitment to ourselves, to this family, and...
To your mom?
Debt is dumb. We are done with debt. Get it out of here.
But we still have the house. That's really annoying when people say,
yeah.
including your house?
But,
no.
you know, we'll work on that. We will accomplish that one day. So...
Can I press make a payment now?
Jocelyn, come here.
Jeez, you're making this the most long drawn.
We're going to do it. Let's do it together.
Come here,
Okay.
push the button.
Ready?
Push the
You
button.
want to push the button? Push the button.
Push this button
Push
right
the button
here.
right there. Push it.
Oh, you
pushed
did
it. Look, come here. High five.
Make a payment.
We just made our payment.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It says it exceeds our extending balance. Yeah, we know that. Put those in.
You technically didn't do it. You need to come do it again.
Yeah, you need to do it one more time because we messed up on the numbers. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm about to do this.
Make a payment.
Jocelyn, come here. Push the button again.
Come push
How
this
cool
button.
is it that she's gonna pay off our last debt? She's
Push
paying
this
off
button
our
right
debt.
here.
Pay it. Pay it, Joe. Oh, good job. Hey, come here. High five. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, we've read the terms and agreements, and we're never going to read them again.
50-cent balance in a couple days.
Yeah, we'll roll by and throw a couple quarters at them. Come on. Hey. It's done, son. Oh. Oh. Are you kidding, dude? What we just did? We're done, son. That was the last debt payment we were going to make.
You don't know that. You might go buy some more stuff.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
$46.69.93.
That was
So,
it.
let me show you guys what we started out with. This many debts.
Let me see it.
And this is our last one, and we get to mark it red.
So here's what it is, man. This is scary. When you really like start right here,
5 minutes.
and you got just this first one, and you're like, really start looking down the list, and you're like, man, this is crazy. but it
do it.
It's
Do the death
amazing
snowball
how
like he teaches. It
follows.
works.
Oh, we gotta give a lot of props to all of, Dave Ramsey's the teacher and the cornerstone of all this. So
Look, we had 3 doctor bills from baby JoJo. We had Home Depot. We had my school loan, 2 loans, my credit card, rooms to go.
Rooms to go. What's Dave Ramsey call it? What did he say?
I don't remember.
He makes fun of him.
Jared had an American Express, and he had.
I actually had 2 at one time. I had 2
3
Amexes and 1 Visa. Huh?
What was the hardest part for you?
Well, the hardest part was probably, I guess, really, okay, the hardest part was letting you know how much money I spend on things and really facing that fear myself.
Giving me control?
Yeah, and just facing that fear myself, and, when you really write it down and look at it on a monthly deal, you're like, dude, I'm spending way too much money on $5, Starbucks. Or gas stations, going into gas stations and buying candy.
Jared, ow, my legs hurt.
So, that would be, the hardest
I had all those things that I thought was the hardest part, now I don't remember.
Well, I think,
I think it was just us getting along because we were opposite.
And sharing a budget, sharing a checking account, because we had split checking accounts. And, yeah, it was pretty tough at first. First couple of months we had a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, and then being nervous about how to change, but I mean, we sacrificed some. I mean, I don't feel like we had to, completely change our lives, but we did change our behaviors and our lifestyle and our thoughts and what we do.
I have another spreadsheet where I split it up by each debt and would keep track of the debt amount. I already updated it with today's. So the total that we paid in 2 years, from December 2012 to December 2014, $77,605. I mean, that's the best I could come up with. I didn't really start keeping track of this until later on. I don't have all my spreadsheets from when we first started.
It's a lot of money.
So through all that, we, what is it called? Cash flowed a few vacations. A big doctor bill that was thrown at us last minute.
Yeah.
I remember walking into the doctor or whatever, the hospital, and they said, that's going to be $968. How would you like to pay for that? I was like, what? And luckily we had the money in our account. But I was like, what would somebody do if they didn't have that much money? And she was like, they'd put up payments, I guess. So that was just cool that we, just because we hadn't made our debt payment yet that month, we had enough cash for it.
Yeah, back to the hardest thing to do. I bet it was just committing and staying disciplined and not going off track and not listening and doing what everybody else does. But I mean, we're not taught it. It's not, I feel like I would have never learned this stuff if I wouldn't have been introduced to it through Dave Ramsey. I mean, it's not taught in schools. It's, if you get to study it in college, you got to choose that path to go it, in finance and whatnot. But I've learned a lot, and it's awesome. I'm going to apply that for the rest of my life.
Even people with finance degrees don't.
Yeah, I know.
This way.
I'm just, yeah. So, yeah, it's awesome. So, what was another question that he asked? What's the,
I don't know, but I wanted to say that one thing I've regretted was, that I was always nervous to talk about Dave Ramsey because I didn't want to annoy people, and, it seems weird when you're following one guy, but, like a
cult leader or something?
Yeah, but I should have been proud and not ashamed to, don't know. I felt like every time I posted something about him on Facebook, it was annoying to people, but then again, I've gotten so many questions and stuff the past few months for advice, and like a bunch of my friends have started budgeting, and my coworker that yesterday she told me that she just completed baby step 1 and saved her $1,000, and she was one of the persons that made fun of Dave Ramsey before.
Well, it's inspiration, and I get, that's why I want to do it, because I get inspiration from when I hear it on the radio and I hear people call in. I don't even know who they are. There's somebody from Philadelphia do their debt-free scream, and man, they're emotional and they cry, and sometimes I'll cry right along with them. And I don't even know who they are, but it's inspiration to me, and that's why we've done this too, and that's why we've shared this story, really, because it's a rat race. You can get into it, and I see it from the outside in now, how just, I still get caught up in it sometimes, shopping this Christmas couple, I'm like looking at myself outside, I'm like, okay, the Christmas consumer market has got me, all excited and spending money. I know I shouldn't, but we've been saving up all year. We have cash in our Christmas envelope, and we have a plan. We have our spreadsheet with everybody's name and how much we want to spend on them, and we're keeping track of it, and so we don't have to worry about Christmas while we're getting out of debt. So one thing is I guess what Dave asked is what's kept you going, or what's kept you on track, or whatever. What do you say to people like, why'd you do this, or I don't know. Anyway, did this to change our family tree, and really the main thing you have to do is you have to have a vision. You have to have a mission. Create a vision in your head of where you want to be, write it down, and go after it, because it can be done. That's how...
Go find it. I don't know where you put it. Maybe it's in your room.
Yeah, go look for it, Joe. It's in the living room.
Look at her.
No, I was just saying, the main thing you have to have is a vision, a goal, a purpose, and why you're doing it. And if not, it's meaningless, and then it's hard to do otherwise. But if you got something, a reason why you're doing it, and a vision of what you want to do, I want to be here in 10 years, 5 years, and just go after it, man. And
what I think is so cool, and I said this to our pastor the other day, I said, I don't remember what we were like before. I don't know if we were selfish. I guess we were.
Yeah, I didn't give a dime to anybody.
Pretty much, we didn't give to anybody, and now it's like we went from that to having all that debt, and then we started on this plan, and we didn't start tithing right away, but we do now for the most part.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
And so we went from that, just because of the budget, we were able to tithe and get out of debt in 2 years. And so that's just crazy. You can do it. Anybody can do it. If we can do it, anybody can do it. We loved going to the mall and like spending so much freaking money.
Yeah.
Before, and we went out every single weekend partying. But of course, after JoJo was born, we couldn't do that.
Yeah. So I was gonna say the best thing that I could think to explain it is that because before I was greedy, selfish, and I didn't make that much money, but I was going through school, but I remember being greedy and selfish and not, with my time even and money. But I always thought the best example was somebody told me about having a closed fist. You can't have nothing receiving, nothing coming in, nothing going out. But whenever you start giving and you open up your fist, you open up your hand, and you allow things to come in and things to go out, you've got this steady flow that just filters everything through your life, and you can grow it off of that way. So I've recognized that since we've opened that up and opened our heart, opened our mind, and just been open about a lot of different things other than just our money, that it's changed our life, and it's amazing right now. We're debt free.
You heard that from Dave, not somebody.
Huh?
You heard that from Dave. And Royal said it one time at church.
Yeah, I heard it.
Don't have a closed fist.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard it from Dave and people at church. It's a common thing, but it's awesome to think that way. But
and like Dave always says, this whole money thing, it's all just simple math. Like money shouldn't be such an issue in all of our lives, because it really it's easy if you could just handle it. I mean, it's simple the way that we should handle it, but it is hard because of our society and how easy it is to go do what you want. But so it's all about sacrifice, really.
And you know, another thing Dave talks about what he does is he studies the way that the company sells to you. And I have a marketing degree, so background in that. But I always look at that, like when you go to the mall or when you go to a retail store, you know, they've got things set up to where you have impulse buys, and you know, they market it on your commercial on your TV. You get hit from all different angles, you know.
So just don't fall for the trap. Go in somewhere with a plan of what you're going to buy and stick to it.
Yeah, you've got to have it because.
And you'll feel good when you leave the store and you stuck to it.
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, you just get so distracted. It's so easily too in this culture and where we live. But
I think that's a pretty long video.
Okay, we're done.
I wanted to close up with something that Dave said today that I thought was cool. Because really, it's all about you. You can make the choice to do this, you guys. If we can do it, anybody can do it. Look how excited he is. He said today, he went off on one of his crazy rants. And he said, you can change your destiny, but you have to control the biggest thing controlling your life, which is you. And he said, if I can control the guy in my mirror, I can be skinny and rich. But he's got issues. He's talking about himself. Yourself looking in the mirror. He's your biggest problem. Not your spouse, not your boss, not the fact that Obama is president. These aren't your problems. Your problems are you. That's the bad news, but it's also great news because it's the one person on the planet you can actually control. It's called self-control. And that's where destiny comes from. Pretty good. Because it starts with you. Guys, if you want to do this, you can. Don't make excuses. It fills amazeballs.
Set a vision, set a mission, write it down, go after it. It's the best way to do it.
Yep.
Picture yourself there, and then it'll happen. Things start happening.
So, now we're on to baby step 3.
We're debt free! Woo!
We free. We